Hello, welcome to Work Life Matters by DEEN. This counseling session will focus on facilities maintenance management. I am Dean Agbola Ibrahim. I am going to be leading the discussion on this facility maintenance management. I'm an author, a mathematician, I'm a poet, I'm an artist. I'm a US trained management consultant. I was the former head of production management at the Nigerian Institute of Management. Presently, I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Onyx Associates. My email address is displayed on the screen. Is teach in time saves 9. Prevention is cheaper than cure. So what is maintenance? Anything that is man-made cannot renew itself. Anything, whether it's your computer, whether it's a car, whether it's your building, anything that is man-made cannot renew itself. So maintenance involves the design, the procurement, the installation, the construction, the commissioning, the upkeep, the repairs, the modification, the disposal of your facility, your car, your building, your computer. The maintenance starts from the beginning. If it is not properly designed, if when you procured it, it was managed or carried in a way in which it was damaged, the way you have installed it, the construction of your building. So maintenance starts from the beginning. It's not just a matter of upkeep and repairs alone. It's not just a matter of modification alone. The commissioning, the training of the people who are going to use it, your maintenance crew, the users. So it's a total approach, and it's a culture thing that you must have the right attitude to anything you have right now. That is, teaching time saves 9. Prevention is better than cure. So maintain whatever you have so that it can last long. Facility maintenance management is an all-encompassing, as you can see from the last presentation there, business function that affects operating cost, performance, and productivity of any business that you are running right now. Facility maintenance sustains building and assets performance so that they can last long, so that they can perform well for you and give you what you require to be able to achieve success in your endeavors. So take care of whatever you have, because just like I said, anything that is man-made, it cannot maintain itself. It cannot. You have to intervene. And the success of a facility management maintenance team requires that they make informed decisions. And how do you make informed decisions? You have to have actionable data. You measure so that you have actionable data. And the actionable data will help you to make smarter decisions. And those smarter decisions are the things that will make you to do smarter actions. So we don't just maintain, we keep records, we document. We have key performance indicators in maintenance department. So our objectives is to make sure the item is in the right condition, your car, your office, your lifts, your toilet, your computer. We want to make sure it is in the right condition and it's operating properly so that it's available as much as possible and it lasts long, because we want them to add value to whatever you are doing right now. So clarify your vision, your mission, your values, particularly value maintenance, so that it will now become part of your way of doing things. It will now become your culture, your maintenance culture of making sure that you intervene, you have upkeep, you dust, you clean, you lubricate, whatever you have, you adjust, you change parts so that they will last long for you. You'll be able to have effectiveness, efficiency, and what? High productivity. So what is facility management maintenance? Now, why is it important? So that things will last long, so that they will not deteriorate slowly, and you won't notice that they're just going down. And planning for maintenance and renewal is needed to reduce total cost. Because if you don't, if you are deferring it, you will pay more. You will pay more. If you say, okay, I'm not going to maintain my car, and you continue to drive it, it will still go forward. It may just break down in a place in which it will cost you much more. So avoid deferrals. Yeah. So you have to have policies. It depends on how big your business is. It depends on how automated they are. It depends on the number of items. It depends on how old they are. It depends whether you are running them in shifts and so on. The quality you want, whether you have standby facilities in case there is no light, do you have generator that will help you to do the things you want to do. It depends on even when they are not available, what happens. And the working condition, dust, noise, pollution, and what you know, and your skills, your attitude of your stakeholders. Because as I've said, if your attitude to maintenance is negative, you are going to have problems with breakdown. There are policies, guidelines that you must have in order to be able to deal with each of the items that you have, that you want to maintain. Some, you will run them until they fail. That we call operator failure. Some, you will carry out preventive maintenance. You make sure that they do not fail. Failure is different from stoppage. It may just be making noise. The vibration may just be high. That's failure. But you prevent by lubricating, by changing parts, by adjusting. That's what we call regular attention. And you continue to monitor condition for it. Is it overheating? Color. Has the color of the oil changed? Is it smelling? You monitor condition regularly. And when necessary, you adjust. That's planned rectification. So some, as I said, you operate to failure. If you look at some of the wall clocks, your refrigerators, your freezers, you keep them, you just turn them on and they continue to run. You don't do anything, maybe you just clean outside, but you are not going to be changing parts or adjusting when they are still running properly. So you operate them until they fail. But others, you don't do that. You have to give them regular attention, like your car, your building. Every year you paint your building, you're giving it attention so that the rust that has taken place will be prevented for the next year. Regular condition monitoring. Don't you just check regularly the condition of the oil, the condition of vibration, the condition of the parts, the noise. And the regularity could be something you do daily, some you do weekly, some you do monthly, some you do quarterly, some you do semi-annually, some you do annually, and some you just look at the meter, and the output will be the thing that will decide what you are going to do in terms of regularity. How many kilometers, that's the output, for example. How many kilometers has it traveled? And based on that, you can then decide to take action. Then there is predictive maintenance, particularly for things that are very sensitive, like vibration analyzer, audio gauges. These are used to inspect and predict that if this thing is reading this, there's problem coming. So let's do something before there is problem. Regular attention, this require activities that are periodic, like servicing. When you service your car regularly, you are giving it regular attention. When you paint your building once a year, you paint your gate to prevent rust. When you lubricate, when you clean your toilet, this is regular attention that you are giving this so that they will last long. If you take a total approach to your maintenance, which means that you involve your stakeholders. Your stakeholders are your users, your maintenance department, your mechanics. These are the people you buy things from. As much as possible, involve your stakeholders. If it's an organization, the accounts department, the maintenance department, all of them must be brought into the situation, into the picture of what you are trying to do. TPM, that's total preventive maintenance, emphasizes attitudinal reorientation for productive maintenance culture. Total productive maintenance emphasizes attitudinal reorientation. You have to do it, change your attitude to maintenance so that it will last long. And you have to measure performance so that artifacts are what you use to make your decisions. Total productive maintenance focuses on your customer care, your end users, so that whatever they are getting will not be the fault of the thing not being properly maintained. Nobody should come to your building and maybe the floor is not properly maintained and the person falls down. So you must have customer care so that your customer can stay with you and you care about your customer. So that when they complain, you manage their complaints carefully by making sure that you maintain the facility to the standard that it should be. The factors that affect facility maintenance management are your culture. I keep emphasizing it. There is what is called throwaway culture, in which you buy things, you use them, you throw them away. There is another one called maintenance culture. When you buy things, you keep them for as long as possible, and we are suggesting that you use it until the economic life has expired. Pressure to meet production. Sometimes it is the production people who say, please, don't maintain yet. I still want to use it. Come back next week. They are giving you pressure. Lack of skills. People who are supposed to maintain, or the people who are using it, the last skill, they are abusing it, or they are not maintaining it properly. Fake parts. Very, very common in situations in which we operate now, in which you buy plugs and you find that the plug, the new one doesn't work. You are even looking for old plugs, that have been used somewhere else and are imported, to be able to some of the parts that you have nowadays. And then corrosion. If there is rust a lot in the environment, shaking, vibration, wear and tear, temperature, cracks in building, cracks in metals, electrical faults, and imbalance. If the things are not properly aligned, there will be imbalance. These are some of the things. So you should take a systematic approach to your maintenance. What is it to be done? Why should it be done? How are we going to do it? When should we do it? That is the regularity I was talking about earlier. Is it weekly? Is it daily? Is it monthly? Is it based on the kilometers traveled? When should we do it? Where? Who should do it? And how well should it be done? So you have to analyze your maintenance need. You have to plan. You have to schedule. You have to implement and control. And in maintenance management, you have to report, document and report. So is the item a piece of vital? If it is vital, if it breaks down, the whole business will stop. If it is essential, if it breaks down, you may still be able to keep on, but it will still much stronger than if it is auxiliary. Auxiliary is the one that is not actually needed for the main thing that we are doing. It is not needed for it. So if we are in the business of producing bread, for example, our business is bread. So things that may have to do with accounts department in which they are keeping invoices and maybe the calculator is not working. The calculator is auxiliary. It's not the main thing in producing bread. Our oven is vital. If the oven breaks down, so what are the effects of its failure of the item? Is access easy? Can the cost of maintenance be justified? Will it be better to have a standby item in case of next time? How frequent is the breakdown? Is it breaking down frequently? How much are we spending to keep it? Is it obsolete? Are quality spare parts available? Are technical skills, or are we using trial and error? Is fault finding logical? That okay, we can find the fault logically and say this is the thing that is causing the problem. It is the brake, it is the parts, it is the insulator. We have a way of being able to locate the source logically, not trial and error. And we document whatever we are doing, we should do it if we want to manage our facilities properly. So this covers a whole lot of ground here: light bulbs, switches, air conditioners, refrigerators, freezers, bathtubs, washing basins, toilet, flushings, carpets, curtains, beds, chairs, tables, doors, you name it. These things need to be maintained because they are man-made. And when you look at building, foundation of the building, the fence, the drains, the gardens, the trees, the roofs, the ceilings, the lifts, the elevators, the dishwashers, the dryers, the structural framework, the plaster, the wiring, the doors, and all these are man-made. And you must think about safety. You must think about being available when you need it. You must think about health and fitness. So in all these areas, your air conditioning, you must make sure your floors, and so these are the things. The oil level of your car, the oil color, the filter, and many machines, all things are there. Cars, batteries, brake, bolts, pressure, all these must be monitored. Why is there a crack on the wall? Which type of crack is it? Is it long? Is it deep? Why do we have attacks by pests, termites? Electrical power supply fails. What is causing it? Is it lack of contact? Is it that there is failure from the source? Air conditioning is not cooling as much as we wanted it. So these are some of the things that will be calling attention to themselves. You must ask why. What should we do? Who should do it? How should it be done? How often should it be done? Generator that is making noise and generating a lot of film. These are the things that should be of concern. Discuss with key users involved. Give advance notice to stakeholders. We are going to come and carry out these checks, these repairs. Sometimes they will be saying, please, help us. Don't accept, because maintenance must be carried out as much. So you have to align with the people and be in touch with them. List major jobs to be done. Ensure that everything needed is available, and use project management techniques like Gantt charts to be able to display your plans in terms of the maintenance, because most of the things you are doing are actually like projects. If you are painting a building, it's like project. If you are carrying out repair, it's like a project, and you can use all these techniques to help you to plan your projects properly. Be current, update your skills, maintain all the assets that require maintenance, because man-made facilities are not self-renewing. They want you to renew them. They want you to carry out the upkeep that will make them perform well for you. Measure how well you are doing so that you'll be able to improve. When you measure, you'll be able to improve. And if your measurement is smart, your decisions will be smart. If your decisions are smart, your actions will be smart. So you can think about some KPIs, key performance indicators in maintenance. But please break out of the reactive cycle where you defer maintenance and you wait for the thing now to break down, and you are now forced to pay more. You pay higher cost because you are deferring, say, maintenance of your car, you are deferring maintenance of your building, you are deferring maintenance of your computer, you are deferring maintenance of the engine or the equipment that actually produces things for you in your bakery, wherever you are. When you defer maintenance, when it breaks down, you will find yourself reacting. That's what we call reactive maintenance. And sometimes the reactive maintenance is at higher cost. So know your key performance indicators so that it will guide you to be able to focus where you should focus. For example, you may want to increase user satisfaction. You may want to reduce backlog of deferred maintenance. You may want to reduce reactive maintenance. You may want to increase compliance to preventive maintenance schedule. You may want to reduce electrical energy consumption. You may want to reduce rework. You may want to reduce wastage. All these could be your key performance indicators in maintenance department. Use them skillfully, particularly focus on adding value, because the key about maintenance is you want it to add value so that you'll be able to satisfy your customers. You'll be able to grow your business. You will not be breaking down and then you're affecting performance and the image of your business. The possibility of manipulations when it comes to using that people may be giving you figures to show that they are doing well, human beings do something. And as much as possible, make your key performance indicators as simple as possible, because simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. When you know enough about it, you'll be able to simplify it, and it will be easy for people to use it and affect your performance. So measure. When you measure, you'll be able to understand, and you have evidence, and based on this, you'll be able to make informed decisions. Facility maintenance management should include performance measurement. You measure performance so that you can affect it. You track performance so that you can improve it, because what gets measured and rewarded gets done. You have to keep records as regard breakdown, as regard frequency of breakdown, and that will help you to be able to make informed decisions. Tracking is something that is very common nowadays. If you go to a bank, they will ask you, how do you find your experience in this bank? Is this excellent? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it very, very poor? When you go on a flight and you land, they will ask you, how was this flight? Is this excellent? Is it good? Is it bad? There's such records, such measurement of performance is designed for improving the performance. Similarly, keep records as regards breakdown, as regards time between breakdown in your facilities, as regards how much you are spending to be able to, which one is breaking down very, very often, which one, so that you know what to do. And you must be principled in your facility maintenance. You must be principled. There must be integrity, the principle of renewal, because man-made facility cannot renew itself. So you have to value renewal, that you are going to renew. You must be objective, and you must be disciplined and prudent in your maintenance management. So that what you want to do is to add value, not to waste. Because anything that does not add value is waste. You must be is like a steward, helping to make sure that things run properly. And you must have a sense of duty, selflessness, and respect yourself, respect others, giving accounts in terms of how well you have done, and be open. And anybody who helps you to do your facility maintenance properly, what do? You thank them. Gratitude. So you'll be able to get that one done properly. International facility management, they tell us that your ethical guidelines will be one: confidentiality, compliance with the law. You must avoid conflicts of interest. You must be responsible as a professional, protecting the assets of the organization, and you must be fair in your dealings with your suppliers, with your users, reporting of illegal and unethical behavior, so that we will not tolerate it in the organization. Don't say you are an engineer. Don't say our job is to handle spanner. And no, you must be prepared to document. Maintenance management, you must have relevant, accurate, and retrievable documentation system that will help us to know what actually happened. Because when we know what actually happened, we'll be able to make decisions that are smarter, and then we'll be able to do better in our facility maintenance. So your documents should report what actually transpired, providing sources of information for forecasting and planning. Because based on it, we'll be able to say, oh, this one is the one that is breaking down very, very often, and we must do something about it. Assist in assessing the condition of the items, that this particular is in good condition. You serve as a basis for controlling operations. So your documents and your report will also assist in ensuring productive utilization of resources, and clearly it will help us to safeguard our assets in the organization. So identify the high cost areas of maintenance operation. There is a particular machine that is costing us so much. Is it worth it for us to continue to keep it? So we vigilantly monitor trends. Is it coming down? Is it going up? Provide sound information for sound decisions and for sound action. We budget and control maintenance operation, and we continue to improve. Continuous improvements using benchmarking, using method engineering. Is it there a better way? Using value analysis, can we buy the spare part in another place? Using variety reduction, should we just use one particular model, one particular brand, so that unnecessary variety will not be creating unnecessary complexity? Organizational methods, particularly in our office and documentation processes, our procedures, can we make it better? Network analysis, projects, what should we do now? What should we do after? Can we draw Gantt charts that will help us and break down analysis? Which one is breaking down very often? And what should we do? So we should be consistent. We should focus on user satisfaction. We should seek feedback from users on satisfaction of whatever we are doing in terms of the facilities. We should seek feedback from on how we can improve, suggestions from them. And what should we do? We improve continuously. So our key is to improve continuously, considering our scheduling tools like weekly general schedule, daily schedule, And then our Gantt charts, our charts that will help us to be able to see what we want to do and when we want to do it. Things like bar charts will also help to indicate which one is breaking down frequently, which one is not breaking down. And we can use critical path method based on our network analysis to be able to use project technique tools to manage maintenance projects. Nowadays, we have problem with aging buildings, and deferred maintenance can cause problems here. So we need key statistics, for example, on the actual maintenance and repairs of this building, continuously monitoring them so that we do not run into the problem with building are collapsing or building are catching fire because they are old. That's a very common problem nowadays, and urban renewals is taking care of some of these. Sustainability, energy conservation, alternative transportation, green building, electronic access, accessibility. In the current environment, these are things that are there that are affecting facilities, and their maintenance too must be in line with the current environment. Space allocation, sensitivity to disability. Some people, they cannot move through buildings. Why? Because of legs or because of arms. So we must make sure that we bear this in mind. The issue of this diversity, and wherever our buildings are, whatever we are doing in those buildings, we must be concerned about our neighbors, noise, pollution, all sorts of things in whatever community we are in. The benefits of facility maintenance management: greater safety, decreased production downtime. We cannot use the building. Why? Because something have been damaged and it's not available. The lift is not working. The lift that should have been maintained is not maintained. So what happens? We will not be able to use it. Fewer large-scale repetitive repairs, less call for simple repairs, because you are deferring. You are deferring and you are having reactive maintenance. Try and guide against it, because prevention is better than cure. It's teaching time saves nine. You have better spare part control if you do this facility maintenance management the way we have suggested it. Benefits of sound facility maintenance management now: operational flow. There won't be bottlenecks, there won't be delays. Why? Because facilities that could have been maintained that are not maintained are breaking down, and we are now running around to be able to adjust, to find faults, and the flow is blocked. Human considerations, customer relations, financial benefits, and improved productivity. These are some of the things we gain if we do things properly. Stability will be more dependable. Those people, you can't trust them because their facility is not. No, they will say no. You can trust them. Dependability, assured quality, prevent avoidable equipment failure, cost control, and optimal return on investment. So anything that is man-made, it cannot renew itself. It's our job to renew it. In conclusion, to achieve effective implementation of activities, it's important that organizational facilities are maintained in good condition, so that they will last long and they will be able to support whatever we are doing. Sound facility maintenance management is an important component of a productive maintenance culture. It must be a culture. The culture begins from the attitude. The attitude will then affect the behavior. The behavior will affect the habit. If you do it and I do it and we are doing it, we have a maintenance culture which believes that it's teaching time saves nine. Prevention is better than cure. Man-made facilities are not renewing itself. You have to maintain them. Thanks a lot for your patience.